Beesmas is right around the corner and there are going to be a lot of features and items that are going to be added. And so in today's video I will tell you all the stuff you need to do and all the stuff you should not do. So the first thing I would like to talk about is a very obvious one, but still something I would like to talk about because I have some explaining to do, and that is doing your Beesmas quest. Now what are Beesmas quests? Well, in short, it's a special kind of quest every NPC will get and they'll look a bit Christmassy in your quest menu. Now why are these so important? Well, they give you some unique rewards, and rewards are usually kind of too good for the quest, but hey, we're not complaining. And some of these quests will grant you snowflakes and gingerbread bears as well, which are very important for Beesmas, and I will talk about that later in the video. The next thing I want to talk about is something you should already have, but is especially important in Beesmas, and that is having a daily/hourly routine. Now why is this important? Well, as I just mentioned, snowflakes and gingerbread bears will have a special use in Beesmas, and having a daily/hourly routine can get you more of them. So just doing your daily and hourly routines is going to be very beneficial for you if you'd like to purchase some stuff in Beesmas. Now why do I also say hourly? Well, let me give an example. So the brown bear will have some stockings in Beesmas. Now what are those stockings? Well, you can use them every hour, and every time it will give you 3 rewards, one of them being a bee quip and some 2 other random items. Now one of these random items can be a mythic egg, gold egg, diamond egg, but obviously very rare, and also a festive bee. Now this isn't the only thing you can do hourly. There are going to be a bunch of other stuff, but maybe not hourly, but this is just one of the things I would like to mention because a lot of people forget that these stockings are actually very OP in Beesmas. Group grinding is one of the most important things in Beestorm to get better at the game, but that's especially more important in Beesmas. Now why? Well, there are going to be a lot of quests that you need to do and some other stuff that are an absolute pain to do on your own. Now these are kind of possible to do on your own, but it's much more helpful to do with friends and a lot faster as well, and we all know time is crucial in Beestorm. And one of these examples is the snow bear. Now what's the snow bear? Well, it's basically a small mini boss or just a boss that you can activate every 3 hours by completing Panda Bear's Beesmas quest. And by activating this, it will spawn a snow bear in the spider field, and it will start off as a level 1. Now this will gradually get harder because every time you kill it, the level goes up and it will get larger, and thus the HP will increase as well. First, this will be very easy if you're endgame, but at like level 15 and you're a blue hive, this will be kind of impossible to do on your own, so you will definitely need some friends to help you out. Planters are still one of the most recent features that have been added to Beestorm, but I think in Beesmas a lot of people will forget them and kind of just ignore them. Now this is something you should definitely not do because the nectar you get from them are kind of OP. Now I don't have any nectar right now, but I have all my free planters ready to be collected. Now I won't collect them right now because I will wait until I macro again. But nonetheless, in Beesmas, please do use your planters. Whenever they're done, collect them. If they smoke, that means they spawn a puff shroom. Do them with your friends, or if you're busy, don't, I guess. But definitely do them because these will help a ton with your boost or just grinding in general, and also with your quests. So be sure to do these. Earlier in this video, I mentioned snowflakes and gingerbread bears being added to Beesmas once again. Now why did I mention these and say that I will talk about this later in the video? That's because some people tend to use them carelessly and waste them, literally waste them. Now a very good example is the gingerbread bear, because this one is very OP because if you use it on a bee, it has 1% chance to turn gifted. Now these also count towards event bee, so they are very OP, but obviously 1% chance is not a high chance, so a lot of times people waste hundreds of gingerbread bears. Now why are these so important? Well, because there is going to be a shop in Beesmas called the Bee Bear Catalog, which will contain a lot of items that you can buy with only gingerbread bears and snowflakes, so nothing else. So you basically do not waste honey or other resources, only gingerbread bears and snowflakes. Now of course there are some exceptions of using these. If for example you want to boost and want to use snowflakes, just use them because they give a very good buff and can help you out a lot with your boost, and you should only use your gingerbread bears if a quest tells you to use them. But other than that, you should definitely save them for the Bee Bear Catalog because that thing contains a lot of good deals. As for the bonus, I thought this was very obvious personally, but last year I saw some people actually not doing this, and that's basically wasting honey, and that is giving presents to NPCs. Now what will this do? Well, for some reason NPCs will give you something back for giving them a present, and one of those stuff are ornaments. Now what are ornaments? Well, they're basically no different than IRL, and that's basically putting it up on the Christmas tree that will be placed right here in Beesmas. Now these ornaments have a special buff that they will give you for the entirety of Beesmas, so they won't go away until Beesmas is over. And you can get like 13 or 14 of them, not sure how many exactly, but they basically stack up and they last for the entirety of Beesmas, which is like a few months. So this can be very OP if you want to grind honey or just get on the leaderboards or something like that. So be sure to give presents to your NPCs. So we all know that Dapper Bear will have some new B-Quips in store for us in the next update. But I think what a lot of people will do, and what I did too at the start, is ignore their B-Quips. Because whenever you get one, they just don't seem that useful. Because if you look at this alone, I mean, it's not that OP. And I get it if you do not use them, but I definitely think you should, because a good example of this is the Pinecone. Now this was kind of easy to obtain, but if you look at the hive bonuses, this can help you out a ton with macroing if you're a blue hive, which is very good for me. And there's no doubt that the new B-Quips will be even more OP, so be sure to grind for them and to use them. And something I just want to mention, because I know a lot of people forget, if this place is full right here and you go over here, be sure to get the new items that you got into this box, because if they stay here for a long time, they will pretty much be deleted, and if you got a very good B-Quip, it will be gone. So despite what I said about Dapper Bear a moment ago, we should really not focus on his quest at the start of Beesmas. Now why do I say this? Is because Dapper Bear's quests are not limited. So this means his quest will still be here even after Beesmas. So basically the Beesmas quest and the other stuff in Beesmas are more important than Dapper Bear's quest. I'd say to only do these if you're almost done with the Beesmas stuff and have almost nothing else to do. Then you should be fine and should do his quest because you got nothing else to do. So for this year, I have some mixed opinions about boosting, so I'm not really sure myself of what to recommend. So if I say something wrong here in your opinion, be sure to tell me in the comments, and I'll be sure to read it and take that advice for myself as well. Now obviously there are going to be a lot of new items added in the Beesmas update, and so a lot of people would need a lot of resource, but as well a lot of honey. And how do you get a lot of honey fast? Well, boosting. But what do you use while boosting? Well, a lot of resources. So it's kind of a situation, you don't really know what to do. So I quickly want to explain. So let's say you are grinding for the new backpack, and I'm just throwing it out there, and it costs 25 trillion honey. Let's say it costs 50 super smoothies and you have 60 super smoothies, and you need 15 trillion more. Since you have 10 extra super smoothies, I'd say to boost and use that super smoothie because you have some to spare and need quite a bit of honey as well. Then get that honey and get your new item. But now let's say you need a lot of honey but also a lot of super smoothies for that new item. Then I would say to do small boosts here and there and not use any purple potions or super smoothies, just these normal items, and just donate some regular stuff, so not like something big, to the wind shrine to get some wins, and just do small boosts. Now you can also just macro if you want to get that last bit of honey you need, but other than that, I definitely don't think you should really waste a lot of resources if you need honey and super smoothies or just other items in general. But let's say you somehow already have enough for everything, then I mean, yeah, there's no holding back. Just literally just go all out. You see this? You probably use this, but if you're still going to use this at the start of Beesmas just because the quests are too hard or you're just too lazy or both, I will literally learn how to dox people and come to your house, break your PC, make your dad come back from getting milk, make him discipline you so you work hard for the stuff you need. So I know the new items in Beesmas are going to be really expensive, but I just want to say that you should definitely try to get them in Beesmas. Like if you're close and just say, nah, I'm just not going to grind for it because I'm lazy, bro, ignore your laziness, grind for it. If you get it in Beesmas and do a festive bean boost, bro, you're gonna make so much honey, it's crazy. Like literally just grind for it. I'm going to grind for it, obviously. You guys, you know, I have to live up to my name, but you should definitely do it too, because imagine just having the new backpack and boosting, making that much honey. Come on, that gotta be satisfying. Come on. And if you're just like a mid-game player, yeah, then I can get you. And if you're just way too far off for the items, yeah, I got nothing to say, bro. Yes, another video. I know, crazy consistency, right? Okay, so I know I made this video last year too, but that video is way too outdated and we know a lot more about this Beesmas as well, so I wanted to add some stuff. And also, not to mention, that video I talked as well, and my voice was just absolutely terrible. Please do not watch it. I cringed a lot watching it back. I really do hope these helped you, and if you still have some questions, you can either ask me in the comments and I'll try my best to respond, or if you want to have a bigger chance of me responding, you can join my Discord server and you can either privately DM me or just ping me and I'll be sure to respond. But yeah, that will be it for today's video. Next video is probably going to be in Beesmas, as I have an exam week coming up, so I do not have time making videos. And I'm actually supposed to study right now, so yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
You got it. You can also get Mythic X, Diamond X, and Gold deck. I got a Gold deck, which was very nice.
Man, what the